Debbie, what is your favorite Christmas memory?
One year, I had asked my mom and dad for a pair of yellow shoes, yellow pumps, not heels, not flats, but just yellow pumps. And they were from Payless Shoes. And I told my mom that if I didn't get them, I would just die. And so I checked through the house, never found them. I found a box under the tree that looked like it would be a box of shoes. Opened them, and I found socks inside. It was a Payless shoe box with socks, not just any kind of socks. They were ugly socks. But I opened them, I was bummed, I wrapped it back up, and I cried. I was upset. It was like the worst Christmas of my whole life. All I wanted were yellow shoes, and all I got were ugly socks. So Christmas morning, I was going to give another great performance. I was going to open up a box of ugly socks, and I was going to be ecstatic and happy for it. And when I opened them, that was the last box I wanted to open. I already knew what was in it. Didn't want to have to open up that present, but as a 13-year-old, you do what your parents tell you to do, so I opened up the box. There were no ugly socks in there. My yellow pumps from Payless Shoes were inside the box. So my parents ultimately made my worst Christmas my best Christmas. So I'd have to say that was my favorite Christmas story I want to share with you today.
Karen, so what is your favorite Christmas memory?
The Christmas that I remember the most was the time I got my mother's Christmas present stuck on my finger. I snooped up underneath the Christmas tree and I opened up my mother's gift. It was to my mom from my dad. It was a ring. So I put it on my finger and I got it stuck. So I tried to take it off with butter and it couldn't come off. It was stuck. So I went to the bathroom and I got a jar of Vaseline, stuck my finger inside the Vaseline. I'm trying to get this ring off. And I got scared because everybody was going to come back home. So what I did is I washed my hand and ran to my room and put a glove on. So when my mom came home, she asked me, Karen, why are you wearing gloves? And I told her, Mom, you know I always get cold. Well, it's 2 days before Christmas. And I'm thinking, oh my God, how am I going to get this ring off? So my thought process was, okay, it's going to be Christmas. Everybody's going to open up their gifts. And my mom usually liked to be the last one. So I thought, okay, I'll sit next to my mom. And what I'll do is, everybody's going to open up their gift, and when it's time for my mom, I was going to sit next to her. She's going to open up the gift, open up the box, and there wasn't going to be anything in it. I was going to take off my glove and say, look, Mom, this is what Dad got you. But I got the ring off, got it back in the box to save Christmas. Well, really to save my butt. And that was my Christmas.
What's your favorite Christmas memory?
Okay, my favorite Christmas memory, I was 3 years old. And we received a Teddy Ruxpin for Christmas. My brother and I got it to share, and I didn't find out until about 9 o'clock when he brought it in to show me after he had been playing with it for about 2 hours. Doesn't make sense that I remember that because I was only 3. I don't think I remember what I wore to work last week, but that one sticks out in my mind.
Michelle, what's your favorite Christmas memory?
My favorite Christmas memory was the Christmas that it snowed. The reason why it was my favorite Christmas memory is because we got to spend time with all of our family, both my husband's side of my family, husband's side of the family, and my side of the family. And it was the first time seeing my daughter play in snow. So that was one of the best Christmases ever.
Mimi, what's your favorite Christmas memory?
My favorite Christmas memories are when my children were little. To see them, to see their little faces, open their gifts, and just to see them play with the boxes instead of the toys. Feliz Navidad.
Melanie, what's your favorite Christmas memory?
My favorite Christmas memory is actually every year because our family has a tradition of having a cookie decorating contest. So every year we break out the cookie cutters and the piping bags and tips and have a contest on who can make the best cookies. And unfortunately I never win. My younger brother always won every year, so we'll see who wins this year.
Christmas memories. One day my dad came home and said, come on girls. He took me and my 2 little sisters to the Christmas tree farm. We picked out our Christmas tree, we brought it home, we decorated it. Our little ornaments didn't hang very well on our little Christmas tree, but we didn't care. We thought that was the best Christmas tree ever. Later in life, after my husband and I had our son Michael, we did the same thing with him. We took him to a Christmas tree farm in Floresville, Texas. He ran up and down those rows of trees, picked out his little Christmas tree. We brought it home, he decorated it. It wasn't much taller than he was, but he didn't care. He thought it was larger than life. He loved that little Christmas tree. Those are some of my Christmas memories.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas
And a